A lot of salespeople struggle or fear trying to get past the gatekeeper. But what can you do to make sure that you get put through to the decision maker every single time? Hi, my name is Rob Spence and I'm the Managing Director of Paragon Sales Solutions. In this week's Sales Snippet, I wanted to talk about the elusive gatekeeper and this whole notion of this fear of whenever we call someone or try to book an appointment with a decision maker, this gatekeeper props up and stops us from doing so. So let's backtrack a little bit. Who is this gatekeeper? Well, the gatekeeper really is a really silly term that some salespeople have put on to a receptionist or a secretary, or basically whoever picks up the phone whenever you make a sales call. I have some problems with calling anyone a gatekeeper. A, because they're not looking after any gates. Secondly, it's a really derogatory term really. The person you're speaking to on the end of the phone is just a person. They're a human being and deserve to be treated with the same respect as any other human being. So already if you are labeling someone as the gatekeeper, you are putting yourself on the back foot because you are sort of making your challenge even harder. So let's try and stop that if we can. Let's try and stop calling people gatekeepers and actually call them human beings. Whenever we call up a company, whether it be small, medium or large, of course there is going to be someone picking up the phone. Now 9 times out of 10 that can be, as I said earlier, a receptionist, a secretary, but sometimes it can actually be the decision maker themselves. However, let's focus primarily on the secretary or the receptionist or whoever it is picking up the phone. One of the best ways to get the gatekeeper on side and to help you get put through to the decision maker is treat them like a human being. Treat them with utmost respect. At the end of the day, this person has come to work to do a job that has been asked of them by the boss, their boss, or whoever it is you're trying to speak to. So treat them with respect. Now here's a little kind of fun fact for you. If you can get people on the inside to sell your product or your service, all of your hard work is done for you. Let's kind of look at that on an outside perspective for a moment. Let's look at McDonald's. McDonald's very rarely sell to you, and I'm assuming that you will be the main decision maker for your household. And yet, as soon as a child drives past the golden M, what do they ask for? They ask for a Happy Meal. They're not the decision maker, are they? But you are, and yet you have someone on the inside selling McDonald's to you. The same applies to advertising for children's toys. Once again, the children in your house are not the primary decision makers for your household. And yet whenever you see an advert for the latest toy, I don't even know if Action Men is still going, but let's use Action Men. Whenever you see an advert for the latest Action Man come up on the screen, they never say, hey parents, check out this amazing toy. If you press this button, it makes a loud screeching noise for 10 minutes. You as a parent are going to love this Action Man. They don't, do they? And yet you hold the purse strings to buy said Action Man. They prioritise their advertising to the child because they know once they get the child on side, they're going to bug you, they're going to sell that idea to you as the primary decision maker. So by getting the gatekeeper on side and helping them sell your product or service, you are already going to be quids in, you are already going to have an unfair advantage over your competition. If you come across rude, if you come across derogatory, if you come across disrespectful, if you try and rush that initial conversation with the gatekeeper or whoever picks up the telephone, are they going to want to back you up? Are they ever going to want to put you through to the decision maker? Are they ever going to want to talk to the boss in the cafeteria and say, this guy called up earlier from Rob's Direct Telecoms, he was amazing. He said that, you know that problem we've been having with the faults on our lines? He could fix that and save us X amount of pounds per month. Should I put you in contact with him? No. All you're going to get is, it's a right rude fella trying to speak to you earlier. Should I tell him to bugger off? That's all you're going to get. So, in a nutshell, I guess, is what I'm trying to say is, whenever you speak to anyone on the phone, never pre-assume that they have no standing on the whole decision-making process. Always treat everyone with the utmost respect. If you do, you'll become memorable. People will want to talk to you. Let's say, for argument's sake, you call up XYZ company and, do you know what, they're not interested in your products and services. However, call back in 6 months, things might have changed, blah, 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 blah. You call back in 6 months' time. If you have done your job well, if you've shown respect to the gatekeeper, maybe sent them a thank you card, maybe sent them a gift, given them the respect that they deserve and sort of respected the authority that they've been entrusted with, when you speak to them again, are they going to remember you? The likelihood of it is yes. If they remember you, there's a high chance they're going to like you. If they like you, there's then a higher chance of them putting you through to the decision maker. If they like you, when the decision maker is speaking to said gatekeeper out of hours or something, are they going to recommend you to each other? Of course they are. So stop this whole notion of this scary gatekeeper who needs to be manipulated to, lied to, or rushed just to get through to the decision maker. Take your time, spend a lot of time talking to the decision maker, have a conversation, ask them how they are, how their day's been, yada yada yada. You'll see a greater high result in getting put through to the decision maker and thus increasing your sales. So that was this week's sales snippet. Do you agree with me? Should we be giving everyone a lot of respect and taking the time to get to know every individual within a company that we want to work with? If you agree, drop me an email, rob@paragonsalessolutions.co.uk. Let me know what you think. Do you disagree with me? Should we be wasting our time as lucrative salespeople on mere people who pick up the phone? Should we be taking the time to get to know them? Why should we? I don't know. Drop me an email. It'd be good to hear what you think. And until next week, thanks so much for watching. All the best.